What's up, YouTube? Comic book friends and family, community. It's your boy Q from Quinn's Comic Stash coming at you from the underground bunker yet again. Another episode of last week's comics tonight. Should be calling this last 3 weeks comics tonight. Unfortunately, due to the hurricane that they had down in that hit Louisiana, it really messed up shipping for my online subscription service. Usually, I get my books weekly. Stuff got really backed up, and I ended up getting just this thick stack of books here just the other day. It's about 3 weeks worth of books. Haven't really had a chance to read everything, so there won't be too many spoilers in this book or in this video. I just it's been a little while since I've made a video, so I wanted to do this thing weekly, but I just didn't have any books, unfortunately. So this is what I've picked up in the last few weeks. I've picked up a small handful of titles, trying to pick up what I didn't already have pre-ordered and such. So I've read a handful of books, but most of this stuff I have not read yet. I'll be spending the week going through that stuff, and I'll make some future video, maybe comment on some of those, or hit me up in the chat, in the comments. Let me know if there's any book that you want a specific review on or anything like that, or what my thoughts were. But I'll just go ahead and dive right into this thing. We got X-Men #3. This is the new X-Men book that's been coming out. Love these Jim Lee X-Men type card variants that they've been putting on the books. They're super cool. They even have the old school type stats on the back. Absolutely loving these covers. I'll keep getting them as long as they keep giving us covers like these. I'll keep buying X-Men for sure. So we got that. I've been enjoying the art in this book a lot too. Actually, the art's fantastic. Not a huge fan of the team. Sunfire's on the team, and he gets like one panel per issue, it seems like. But it's the art's fantastic, and it's well written. So next up, we got Masters of the Universe Revelation #3. Both covers for this book. Big Motu guy, as if you didn't know that already. So I've been enjoying this prequel to the Netflix series Revelation that came out, which I was a big fan of. Next up, we got Second Chances #2. This book's fantastic. Absolutely loved it. I did happen to read this issue. Really enjoyed the first issue. It's about a guy who provides alternate identities for people that have made mistakes or had circumstances in their life, and they have to relocate, give up their life, and create new identities. So he's involved with a bunch of assassins and shady folks, and it's been very cool. Next up, Guardians of the Galaxy #18. This is Al Ewing's last issue on this run. It's last issue in this run. Give a nice the end at the on the last page of the book, so I don't know what's next for the Guardians, but this is the last issue in that story arc. The Conjuring. This is one of the DC horror books. This is issue #4. It's been a super creepy tale. I've been enjoying it. Love my horror comic books, so that's where this falls in at. Got a Scotty Young variant for Agony. This is issue 7 of the Extreme Carnage storyline. Been enjoying this. Been picking up random issues out of it, but it's been pretty cool. Looking forward to I think it's Carnage Omega is the wrap up to finish that storyline. Next up, Echolands #1. This book's super cool, kind of gimmicky. This book actually opens long ways, which is really odd to see on the shelf, but it was gimmicky enough to get me to try it. The art inside is fantastic. Let's see, you got J.H. Williams with W. Hayden Blackman writing this, and Dave Stewart doing the art. And the art is absolutely fantastic. Haven't had a chance to read it yet, but looks super cool. Probably will do a review on this. I like doing reviews on indie books that are just coming out. Give them some love. Next up, got another indie book. Got Primordial #1. This is pretty cool. This is a Jeff Lemire book. It's kind of in the vein of Planet of the Apes. So I have not read this yet. Interested to check it out. Love that cover. Cover's just fantastic. Next up, we got a Joe Linsner cover. This is straight cover by, man. Just love Joe Linsner's artwork, and my wife is actually a huge Betty Page fan, so I kind of picked this issue up for her. Sexy cover. Next up, we got Kang the Conqueror, #2. This is about my favorite Marvel book out right now. I'm absolutely loving the storyline of Kang going through the time, meeting his future selves, and this issue, there's a nice Apocalypse reveal, and Apocalypse is going to be big in issue 3. It's super well written, deep story. Absolutely loving that book. Next up, we got the big Fantastic Four issue 6 or 60th anniversary. This thing is thick, about as thick as the stack of books I got. This is John Romita Jr.'s return work to Marvel. I have not read this yet. Heard it's pretty good. I know Johnny Storm kind of has makes a big boo-boo. Dr. Doom punishes him. 2 things you do in the comic book world: you don't tug on Superman's cape, you don't mess with Dr. Doom's old lady. Johnny Storm pays the price for that in this, I think. Next up, we got Vampyverse #1, big Vampirella mark, so it's cool to see a new jump on point. This is somebody's going through the multiverse and taking out all the different versions of Vampirella, so that's what this storyline deals with. Eternals, Thanos Rises #1. Looks like they're bringing Thanos back, so I had to check this out. I have not read that yet. Love that cover, though. Fantastic Four Life Story. This is issue #4. Love these life story books. They're alternate reality, multiverse type stories. This has been really good. Reed Richards kind of has this vision of Galactus and has been trying to prepare the world for the coming of Galactus for the entirety of throughout decade after decade, and he's kind of seen as a madman and such. And it's been really good, but it's getting close to Galactus actually making an appearance now, so that'll be interesting to see. Fight Girls, #3. This is 5-issue limited series. This is Frank Cho's latest work. Love Frank Cho. He's awesome. If you don't follow him on Instagram, you should. He has the best captions and artwork. He's just awesome to follow on there. Shang-Chi #4. Here we got Shang-Chi in this story arc has been battling the Marvel Universe. Here he's taking on the Fantastic Four. It's been a fun read. I love Shang-Chi. All the hype after the movie. It's been really good. This story is no different. I'm actually enjoying it. He's fought Wolverine so far, Captain America, and Spidey, and all those issues have been great. So I see myself staying on that book for a while. Next up, Kazar is getting a return to his own book. This is issue 1. Have not read it. Don't know much about what's going on here by Zach Thompson and German Garcia. Love the cover, love the character, so I thought I'd give #1 a shot. Defenders #2. Unique Defenders team. Got a couple of the classics and Doctor Strange and Silver Surfer. But then the main reason I got onto this is this hero up here. I love this masked hero wearing the cosmic mask or the eternity mask. He's been really cool ever since Marvel 1000. I've been trying to follow what they're doing with that character, and now he's on this Defenders team, so checking that out. Daredevil #34. This is getting close to being tied up. Chip Zdarsky's ending his run on 36 and then moving over to a big Marvel crossover called Devil's Reign, which is coming out, what is it, November or December? It's going to be fantastic. It looks incredible. Puts Kingpin at the forefront. His reign over New York starting to affect all the other heroes, and can't wait to get to that. But got 2 more issues of Daredevil after this one. It's been one of my favorite books. The Me You Love in the Dark. This is Scotty Young's new creator-owned series coming out from Image. This is issue 2. It's about a writer who moves into a haunted house for inspiration to write. Haven't read #2 yet, but issue 1 was very cool. New indie book, Nine Stones #1. This is from Behemoth Comics. They put out some pretty wild stuff. So this is a new #1. Just thought I'd give it a shot. I have not read that yet, though. Next up is a series I got turned on. I got turned on to by my buddy Jonathan. Thanks for the shout out to pick up Siphon here. This is Top Cow book. It is fantastic. It's a short little mini series. Issue 3 has just come out. I picked up 1, 2, and 3 at his referral, and I can't say I was disappointed. It's a wonderful book. It's about these individuals who feed off of others' emotions and can drain their emotion states from them and turn that into power. And it's been really cool. Enjoyed it very much. Nice House on the Lake, number 4. This book I have read. This is another fantastic issue. James Tynion. Everything that guy puts pen to is just fantastic. Here you've got a character, David. Kind of gives you a glimpse into the future of what's going to happen here, because it starts out with David and he's standing on the dock at the lake house and it's all destroyed. So something catastrophic's on its way, even for the guests at the house. And be curious to see what leads to that. But fantastic book. Next up, this is the G.I. Joe Real American Heroes, number 286. This was a cover by, bought this. This is the Snake Eyes G.I. Joe the movie homage cover. I love that. Got the Statue of Liberty in the back, and he's taking out the Cobra, what are they called? Trouble Bubbles. That intro to that movie still gives me goosebumps to this day when I watch it, man. It was my favorite cartoon when I was a youth growing up, and that intro still gets me hyped. So saw this cover, had to have it. Next up, got another new Jeff Lemire book, The Maze Book, number 1. It's about a guy who lost his daughter at a very young age and has maintained his, sanity by just staying in his routine. He's got a routine, goes to work, does his thing, comes home, tries to be responsible, and just that routine for him, that daily routine, is what helps him keep his sanity. And then all of a sudden he starts getting these messages from his lost daughter, and so he's trying to unravel that and find out what's going on. But it's a very good book. Enjoyed it. Very deep, emotional book. Jeff Lemire does a great job with that. Next up, Trial of Magneto, number 2. I did read this. Small spoiler, Scarlet Witch is alive. So I don't know what's going on. Why is he on trial then still? She shows up in the last panel of the book. I thought they were going to keep her dead for a little bit, but as we all know, once you die in comics, it's not long before you come back. But I am enjoying this book. So I'll check it out. We get guest cameo by the Avengers. They show up to Krakoa for the first time and get into it with Magneto. So it's a pretty good story. Last book in the stack, but not least, Black Hammer Reborn. This is issue number 3. This has been my first introduction into the Black Hammer universe, and I absolutely love it. This book is fantastic. I'm going to go back and pick up the trades for all the other ones. Love the characters, and I'll be reading more of this in the future. That's it for all my books. I did get one trade. Picked up the first trade for Basket Full of Heads. Read the first issue. My bud Rod had it, and absolutely loved it. So I waited for them to get to the first trade paperback. And I believe there's a new series coming out called Refrigerator Full of Heads, which is going to pick up after Basket here. So I wanted to get caught up on that. That's all I got. It's been about the last few weeks of books for me. What have you guys been picking up? What have you been reading? Leave some comments. Thank you all also for checking out my content, watching the videos. Finally reached 100 subs, man. It means so much to me. Appreciate everybody and all the kind words and all the support I'm getting from the community. But that's it for now. Love you guys. Quinn signing out. Talk to y'all soon.